running a little bit behind this morning, lots to do. Spent an anniversary weekend. We've had lots of family visits, playing lots of games. Was very present, so I wasn't on much lives this weekend. I tried to pop in here and there, but it was mostly family. That's how the rest of this week is going to go as well, because it's going to be a packed house. We have the memorial for my grandmother tomorrow. My daughter should be coming in today. We're setting up. Well, I shouldn't say we. Everybody else is setting up. I'm the director. That's what I am. And I've gotten some packages over the weekend. So I think Friday I went and we got the packages. So I have 2 Happy Mail packages. I pulled out more batting scraps. Yes. This time I pre-cut this morning when I woke up. I woke up around 6. I have my strips of flannel. And then I told you could do different things. So if you recall, I haven't washed this yet and I haven't finished snipping it. We made this together on a live, and this is going, right? I do have to finish it up. So remember I said it doesn't only have to be columns. You can make it your own. So we are going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to have columns, and here's the batting scraps for it. But we're also going to create blocks from the scraps. And I cut out regular blocks as well as background blocks or back. And I had these batting scraps. These are 6 by 6 inch squares. These are also batting scraps. So we're going to incorporate these batting scraps. These are 5.5 inch batting scraps, 6-inch square batting scraps, and then just a whole bunch of flannel scraps and strips. So we're going to create something doing that. Good morning, Muriel, Barb, and Denise. And so let's talk about the ginger quilter box. Yes, let's talk about the ginger quilter box. I was going to say the quilt, but we could talk about the box too. So I get the box for review every month. And I make it, and then I kind of tell you some tips and tricks and what I found good for me. So here we are. I'm going to put this up. We've got to get this part really nice up here. All right. So here's the quilt. Yes, things are upside down. Things aren't right side up. So I chose to, instead of sewing these individually, I chose to strip piece. I wasn't paying attention while I was strip piecing on whether this strip was going in the right way, because if I was paying attention, then everything would be in the correct, way, because a lot of it was well, no, this one isn't tossed. Even though some of these pumpkins are upside down, some of them are right side. I just realized that now. So, you know what? There's some things sideways. There's some things up. There's some things down. I was just strip piecing. I really wasn't paying attention. Hi, Chloe. But that's okay because it's still super cute. It's still super cute. So I would recommend strip piecing this. It goes much quicker. Make 4 sets. Like I literally did 4 and then cut them to size. So I would do that. In her pattern here, she has the cute little cats. You see the little kitty cats? These are flip and stitch corners with a square and sashing that give you the little kitty cat. Now the kitty cat goes all the way down. But on here, on the top here, the kitty cat just stays there. There's no kitty cat. Like, this is it for the kitty cat. That just stays a block. Well. Let me see if I can find it. So for me, I'm not okay with that. I don't want this to be a block because I'm crazy and neurotic, okay? Because my eye sees all the kitty cats, and then up there it's like, well, what the heck happened to the top of the kitty cat? So what I did is I went ahead, and I'm going to tell you this measurement because I took a 2-inch piece. I had leftover background. So I took a 2-inch piece, and then I did this here I took this measurement and cut it 2 inches, and I put the little kitty cats. So you see I did a little flip and stitch, and I put the little ears because that would drive me crazy. I'm sure it wouldn't drive you all crazy. So I went ahead and I did just like I would do, you know, this, using those same measurements, except for that I went ahead and put the little kitty cat's ears. So then I have that, hold on. What did I do with the, oh, that's strange. Well, I hope I didn't throw it out. You know, I was cleaning, I really hope I didn't throw it out, but here, what I did was I did cut some pieces to go around the side, and I'm not quite sure what I did with those pieces. Then again, my room's a little bit of a disaster. I hope I didn't throw it in my scrap pile. I'll have to look for them later. They're probably somewhere in this room. Oh, here they are. Here they all are. So here, this is called kitty corners. That's what this is, kitty corners. And I took the rest. And this is 1.5 inch strips. The reason why I did 1.5 inches is because when you measure the top of this little kitty point to here, it measures 1 inch, but we all know we have to add, well, maybe we don't, we have to add 1.5 inches. So because I added the little kitty ears on the top to kind of finish off the quilt, because again, I want everything to be a kitty. I did not want a straight square there. At the bottom, even the bottom has little kitty ears. So you see, I'll show you one here. See, there's kitty ears, kitty ears, kitty ears, kitty ears, no kitty ears. Yeah, no, can't do it, can't do it. So I took my 1.5 inches and I'm just gonna add it to the side to kind of float the whole quilt. So because it's floating up here, but not on the sides, I felt like it needed to float. So I cut, what did I cut? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these. And I only need to do 3 sides. So, you know, I have this one side. I would put it on this side. And then I would put this at the bottom. And then I have another couple strips. So that's how I finished my ginger quilter box. So again, I used strip piecing instead of individual piecing. I went ahead and did a 2-inch band on the top, and each little piece here, I added 2 flip and stitches to finish off the cat. And then I cut a 1.5 inch to float it so it could match the top on the other 3 sides. That's my plan on this. So how is everyone doing this morning now that I did my spiel on this? So we're gonna not keep that up because we're gonna need the design wall. But I'm gonna keep it up for a little bit right this second. You can all see my finish. I will show you this part again real close. Again, I use the sashing width to create this, but 2 inches. I use this width, the block width, times 2 inches, and then use the flip and stitch, the sizes in the pattern. That's all I did. Again, so this is the sashing size, 2 inches, the square, the black square, but 2 inches, and then the flip and stitch. And then I pieced it in the back, so it looks like that in the back. And then it will line up to your little kitties. All right, so with that said, I'll take this down when we design the other stuff. Put that there. Okay, let's go over, let's open up. Let's see, before I start sewing, I'm moving the camera. Here we are. All right, so we have now package. Let's go for it. Oops. Okay, we have a package from Barbara. There we go. So I have this on one of my wish lists. I might need to take that off. It's called a non-slip Crazy 6 Scrap Crazy 6-inch. Again, when you see things on my wish list and you have it in your house sitting there collecting dust, you can send them my way. This is not collecting dust. This is beautiful. But you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to buy it from wherever. You can buy it from wherever, take it from wherever. I love that this person did that. This is great. I love that you did that. And so you see, we have the crazy. And look, she even has some scraps already cut for us so that we could try this out. Isn't this cute? Cute, cute, cute. And then we have some that has been sewn already. So we have that. And then here are the template pieces. So it's the Creative Grids non-slip. So she says 7.5-inch square is what she came up with. And this is the instructions. And then these are the pieces. So we have these as the pieces. We might just go and use these today in this scrap quilt that we're doing. Indeed. Even though I have not read the directions, I have no idea. But maybe we could probably figure this out. Probably. Oh yeah, definitely can figure it out. I see it. All right, so thank you so much, Barbara. I appreciate it. I'm going to take it off of my wish list. And thank you. I so appreciate it. This is going to be fun. We might be using this today with the scrap. Now this I'm going to leave right here because this is a little bit heavy. And what did I do with? I just had it, but I don't know what I did with it. I just had the little, did I put it in here? Nope. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for that little, oh, here it is. Found it. Here it is. Can everybody see me or hear me? Just give me a thumbs up or something. The chat, I didn't see the chat go, which is fine. Nobody has to be chatty first thing this morning. I just thought it was strange. Do you all see me? I'm not sure if this is going. If you can, yes, we can. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we have some bubbles. Oh, so she said I can say who this is from. This is from Debbie Dobbins, and she wrote me an email, and she said this was her last of her cafe that she was sending me, and I have a like red bundle. Oh, there's my mom. She can. I'm in the next room. My mom's in the next room. And then we have like a purpley blue. Ooh, I love purple and blue. And I love these colors together. So excited. So excited. I said, you don't have to give me the last of your cake. She goes, no, things have to go. Things have to go, I guess. Things have to go. Maybe. For new stash, I hope. So we have that, and then because of all the charity stuff she's sent me charms before, which have gotten pretty much used in different things. We have 3 Kona cotton solids. Isn't that nice? This is the color of the year for 2021. 2021. And then we have Boundless Fabric. Is it one of these open? Okay, I hate to open it. But let's open it. Okay, Boundless Fabric. I never heard of Boundless Fabric. It says cut out for happiness. Cut out for happiness. And this comes from 100% cotton fabric in Japan. And it's by Blueprint of Colorado. I never heard of them, but look at these colors. So we have a pile of orange. Oh, like all different. Oh, I guess we should, look at that fabric. Sumptuous. We have that. Look at that. We have some yellows. Oh, this is really nice, abstract. It gives me modern vibes. I like it. It's like a modern vibe happening. Oh, I like that. That kind of gives me New York beauty. We have some purple. Oh, look, like it's like roses. Look at that. Purple. We have other purple. We have this is kind of dark. Then we have turquoise. All the same colorways. I mean, yeah, the same. And then pink. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I like that. Okay, so we have some Boundless. Oh, here's more Boundless. This is, let's see this. That's gonna look super cute. Look at this fabric. I've never seen this. Look a little, oh, those are lemons. Those are super sweet. That's lemons and pears, bees. I love this pack here. Love the colors. We have some floral. Well, when I make the quilts with it, we'll get a better view. Stripes. Really, really pretty. Okay, so we have that Boundless. I gotta have to look them up. I don't. Then there is, this here is just a pile of batiks. Isn't that pretty? She said she was uploading. I guess she was not uploading, but, you know, getting rid of her charms. This is called Daybreak. Good morning, Sherry. Daybreak. Let's see. I used to have a thingy-mababa. Remember my thingy-mababa I used to have? Where? Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. This will be easier. Maybe bring you closer. We're looking at fabric. This comes from Debbie Dobbins. Maybe I'm going too fast. She sent me her last cape and charms that she had. And I'll definitely be putting it to good use. All right. Last night I saw a charm quilt and it got me wanting to do it in the red, white, and blue charm. Oh, songbook. I love songbook. I've seen this. This is Moda's songbook. And then I got thinking, oh, I could use the rest of my, I said, nope, because I'm up to 5, I think 4 or 5 quilts now for Quilt of Valor. I'm going to take pictures and I will post them before I mail them to Pat. Oh, we have that. I had a couple of games I bought this weekend that we played with. Good morning, Jessica. We're looking and petting fabric first thing this morning before we start. That Songbird. Ooh, look at this. Oh, here's another charm of that Boundless. So I'm going to put them together because I can make 2 packs. It's always good. Oh, here's another one of Boundless. So we'll put that together. And then we have 2 packs of this. It's Maywood Studios, Somerville. This is pretty. I love the like the coral colors. Look at how. Now, I don't know if you can grab these again, or maybe you could go on Etsy, maybe. I don't know. eBay. This may be a new, but I've never seen it before. It's gorgeous. And then we're going on to, that's black. We're headed to the coral. It's going to be so weird. Festival is starting this week, and I am not there this year. Let's see what the last one was. Here it is. It was white on white. So we have 2 of those. And, oh, here's another charm pack. This is Batiks, I think. I don't know if these are the same ones, but we have this pile, and then we have like all different brighter colors. So I'm going to put those together. And then we have 2 of these called Blissful by Danielle Leon of Wilmington Fabrics. Wilmington. Let's see, this one's down. Whoa. Wilmington. Look at those blues. Oh, I love that. To me, I know that this isn't the traditional fall orange, but it's giving me a little bit of that vibe of going into that. I guess not with the lights. That's more springy. Let's see if I can get that. There we are. Very pretty. And I don't think all charm packs are made the same, because like there's more than 2 of, look at that, of the, like this here, this fabric here. I think there's like 4 or 5. No, there's 2. I'm mistaken. Paisley, that's a great paisley. That paisley, and it has flowers with it. That's a great paisley. And then we have some low volume. The rest are all low volume. So we have that. Now I have one of these, I think in my, unless I used it. Part of me thinks I used it, but I'm not quite sure. The Silverstone Wishwell. I don't know why I have. Pretty sure I might have used this. This can be, I think I used it in Halloween last year with some stuff. Because it's floral, but you can make it Halloween-ish too. For some reason, I feel like that's what I did. If I don't have it in there. Because I feel like you can put oranges in here and do something cool with that. And this is funny. I had this. I had actually 2 layer cakes of this Crescendo Contempo. And I made charity quilts with those 2, with the 2, they weren't fat quarters. What were they? Layer cakes. Layer cakes. I bought them at Missouri Star. I love the line of this. It makes it really, really fun and vibrant. I'm making my nephew an orange quilt. Oh, wow. He's going to love that. He's going to love that. Well, thank you, Debbie. I'm going to put these in, and yep, we're going to get to charming it up. If I have the other one of this, I think I want to definitely incorporate this into more of a, I don't know, like a Halloweenish quilt. More feminine Halloween quilt. Not spooky Halloween. Just regular Halloween. Okay, so we have that. Oh, I have to put this one away. I love her tape. Look at her tape. She has masking tape, and it is a quilt pattern. It is a quilt pattern. Let's see. Let me take it off. Isn't that cool? That's cool. All right, so we have that. Let me clean this off. So how's everyone doing this weekend? Good morning, Aisha. I bought some games, but I left them downstairs. And one game we've decided I probably can't play with you all. Hi, Rita. All right, so before I read my cards, I have the Urban Myth cards. I am going to prepare, and I have my foot on. I'm using turquoise thread. It's already set. And right here, these are 7-inch blocks, okay? And the back of the 7-inch blocks, I'm going to put this. So this is going to be the front. This is going to be the back. I am going to take my 6-inch batting scraps that I had in my bucket that I processed, and we're going to go for it. So I take one of my backs, put it down, put this in the center. Some people like this to maybe be 5.5. You pick the batting. I know where I am with sewing. So then you make your little batting your little sandwich, right? Like the top of the bread, the top of the bread, the back of the bread, and the slice of cheese in the center. So we're going to be making our little quilt sandwich. And I just basically take the back, one of these, I center it. I try to use the back. This is the backing of the batting, right to the back. And then put my front right on here. So we are going to do that. And while we do that, we can play some games. Ready? I have to watch the replay. Doctor's appointment. No problem, Sherry. Thank you for stopping in. Mama Jess. Hello, Mama Jess. Gonna come here now. I will pull these out because they might show through. That was like little red strings. So we are going to line this up. You know what? That one was a little bit bigger. It's okay. You probably should do 5.5 inch. 5, you know what? I'm going to go in because I don't know. I cut these many years ago. Those batting squares have been there many years. Let's go with 5.5. I think this one looked like it was 5.5. But you know what? We're going to come in here. I'm going to trim these down to 5.5. The strips here I'm using are 5.5. Amy, well, thank you, Amy, for the super chat. Thank you for popping in. So we are going to definitely go ahead and do that. We're going to trim these down to 5.5. We're going to take this because, you know, we're designing this now. All right, so here we are. Here's our first card. Ready? The buck was originally a reference to buckskins. A buck was originally a reference to buckskin. So again, you're just using your batting scraps unless you have no batting scraps. That's great if you don't have any batting scraps. I'm always inundated with batting scraps. All right, so I'll do that. Take a little bit more. What do we think? Do we think true or false? The buckskin was originally a reference to, no. I'm going to get my bigger one. The buck was originally referenced to buckskins. Here we are. This is much better. Here we go. Now we're doing it. Now we're doing it. Muriel says, true. Don't forget to hit the double tap. Look at this. There's a little tracker that says how much is going on up there. I had no clue. I have to figure that out. Here's some more. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a little bit of let's see, do we have enough? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, and then give me a couple more, and then I should be good for a little bit. Because then we're working again on doing some of the squares and then some rows. And this is all good for stuffing. So we're not throwing this out either. We're going to use this for stuffing. Hi, Quilting Frog. Now we can go. So we're going to make our sandwich. So we figure 42. Yes, much better. That's what it needed to be. 5.5. And you know, I cut those strips. These here were 6-inch strips that I cut down. And what I do is I kind of pile it this way. I have one of you peeps here coming to my house today to help me finish binding all the NICU quilts. I have bound all the NICU quilts, or she's dropping them off, one of the two, because she also took a pile with her. But, you know, we can create new and then bind. That's the fun part. We can create while she's here. All right, so then we'll put that. And I'm just now kind of getting them all situated so that we can run them through. And here we are. Let's see. So on the answer to this, the buckskin, so the answer is true. The answer is true. The buckskin was a unit of trade among Indians and Europeans in the frontier days. So we have that. There we are. Okay, ready? Betty Crocker was a real woman. True or false? Betty Crocker was a real woman. Again, I think last time you saw when I did this, I did the front and the back the same fabric, but as you could see, if you looked at my thumbnail shows you the scraps I was using, and they were like off of some kind of sample thing. So I had to be creative. So Muriel says it's true that Betty Crocker was a real woman. Any other guesses out there? Here we are. I'll put that on here. Hello, Sharon. How are you this morning? And Michelle? Hope your day will be awesome. I hope your day will be awesome too. My days have been very awesome. I mean, we've been enjoying some gameplay. We've been enjoying food way too much. We've been enjoying food more than we need to be enjoying food. That's for sure. Any little threads I take out. And Shannon, good morning. We have true and true. So I thought the same thing. I thought that this was a true person, but it is a myth. Apparently, it is a myth. So Betty Crocker was not a real woman. It said here that her creation was a marketing tool for the Washburn Crosley companies in Minneapolis. And here is our last. So I think I had 12 of these. 12 of these squares that came from the sample. See, here's like the sample line. I don't know what line this is, but it's super cute. So I'm going to put this pile over here. And the next. A dozen Burger King execs suffered first and second degree burns while walking over hot coals. True or false? That sounds extreme. So we're gonna, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and, I don't want to sew these. Yeah, we could sew these up. We could sew these up, and then we can create blocks, other blocks out of the scraps, because we are going to use these scraps and incorporate them. So I don't have the fun decorations on my machine is gone. So we are just going to use straight stitch because that's what I got. That's what we're going to use. Wired editor. Hello, welcome in. So they could get the attention of homemakers, most likely. I'm going to assume yes, right? I'm going to say, oh, well, if Betty Crocker can do it, I can do it out of a box. Probably been more effective if it was like Julia Child. Oh, my nose is itchy. Excuse me. All the fibers. I felt like a fiber tickle my nose. Let's see. I am your fan. I am glad you're my fan. Well, thank you for stopping in. So we have true. We have a lot of truths here about this Burger King execs suffering first and second degree burns. What's going on here? The answer is, ready? True. The injuries occurred during a 2001 team building exercise. Next question. Look at these little turtles. They're so cute. All right. Henry Ford was America's first, excuse me, a first billionaire. Henry Ford was America's first billionaire. Let me have some tea. Yes, I'm having tea this morning from one of you viewers. This was sent to me. This is decaf jasmine tea. It's really good. Decaf jasmine tea. It is a really long-term marketing tool. Image the money made by the person who thought that up. Yep. Well, Dolly is on boxes now for, is it Duncan Hines? I don't know, but Dolly Parton. When I say Dolly Parton has her own line of boxed cakes. And yes, I'm a big Dolly fan, so I had to buy that even though I make my own cakes from scratch. I had to buy it. It's actually not bad. It's not bad. You can doll it up with some stuff. I think I tried her turtle brownies. Those are really good. False. Muriel says false. So it is false. Henry Ford was not America's first billionaire. John D. Rockefeller got that before Ford. So the Rockefellers had that. Here we go. Lloyd's of London does not write life insurance. Lloyd's of London does not write life insurance. There we go. Lloyd's of London does not write life insurance. We have true came in because Muriel said false for the other one. I mean, Lloyd's of London, isn't that a not a supermarket, but a department store? But maybe I'm wrong. All right, so I did it the one way. Now I'm going to go the other way here. I'm going to put a big X through it because like X marks the spot. That's how we're going to do this. I really like the wavy stitch, but it no longer waves. We have true and we have true, true, true. And the answer to that is true. Lloyd's of London is a British, oh no, it is. Lloyd's of London is a British insurance market. It is neither a company nor a corporation. So they don't write life insurance, but it is in the insurance market. So they must do like cars and things like that, is my guess. Okay, here's another question. True or false? Ronald Reagan was the first U.S. president to visit the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, why is it not liking me? Ugh, don't do that. I don't like that. There it goes. Insurance underwriters are usually used for insurance purposes of valuables. Hi, Justin. Oh, it's a big time art insurer. All right, because I've heard of them, but I didn't remember what. I thought it was a department store, so clearly I was wrong with that. So we have, so Ronald Reagan was the first U.S. president to visit the New York Stock Exchange. True or false? We have a false come up, and we have a false, another false come up. We have two trues before, but I'm not sure if that was for the question before, but that's all right. Wow, this turquoise thread matches this blue or whatever you want to call it. It's the same exact shade. It was just something I just happened to have in my stash. Let's see. Okay, so the answer is true. True. He visited, so Ronald Reagan did visit the New York Stock. He was the first to visit the New York Stock Exchange. He visited twice, once in 1985 and again in 1992, with former Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev. So there you go. There is some trivia for you. All right. Al Capone. Okay, here's the next question. Al Capone was the first American to make $100 million a year. True or false? All right, so we have these. These are done. Now we're going to do our strips. We're going to, let me move all this here. Move that. Move this over here. Move this here. Move that there. Okay, Al Capone was the first American to make $100 million a year. So these are strips. These are 7-inch strips. These are 5.5-inch batting scraps. I did this the other day, and then I went ahead and I do leave quite a bit off the end because we trim. Now, and then I'm going to take my other top or my other piece, And I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to take my scissors and kind of cut and chop off the end. And then I am going to use, I'm going to be dangerous. I'm going to use my big pins here. And I'm going to pin all the way across. I'm using my big long ones so I could see them. Put this here. All right, here we are. And we have this. So let's see. We're talking about Al Capone. We have a false. Good morning, Anna. And we are going. So this is where I use this tape. Remember we had this tape before? I am going to say that I want this to be, yeah, let's put it over here. So I'm going to put this tape right at the edge. And I'm going to use this as my guide. So I have, if as long as I keep this as a guide, this should be a straight line, but you see the word should, you know. Yeah, we all know how that goes. Okay, I got it started. And now I'm going to come through. So Al Capone was the first American to make $100 million a year, true or false. And we have lots of false. We have, I am under a pile of 3-week-old kittens while watching today. Oh, they're super cuddly, aren't they? Are you feeding them with a bottle or is Mama taking care of them? Again, these can be all your scraps that you have. And I'm just gonna cut that thread. Now I'm gonna come to the other side because, you know, I went down this way. Now we're gonna go back that way. Give equal love. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, I could put in a third one strip, but so I could come here and theoretically put this all the way over, and then I could have another strip, but we're not doing that. We're just going to take out our pins. Actually, I'm going to put them right there, my 4 pins. This is ready. Everything has been caught up in there. So this is ready to go as a row. So we have that row. See, 1 row done for our quilt. How cute. Must be. Catch you later. No problem. Have a great day, Denise. So for the Al Capone thing, that is true. That is apparently that is true. And let's see, is this long enough, this strip? It isn't, but I just cut off. Remember, I just cut this piece off. So we're just going to go ahead and add that onto here because this is using up our scraps. Now you can zigzag. You can go ahead here and zigzag. And I just open it up. There we are. Put the 2 like butting heads. And I start and finish. And cut. There we go. Simple as that. We're just gonna Put that, and now we have Franken batting, and we can use that now for this. So we're going to go ahead and put this down. And I just kind of eyeball it, you know. And then we're going to take, and look, we're going to cut this again. So if something else is short, we have still another piece. And we're going to take this. So we're not going to waste anything here on this channel. It's too much to sew for. All right, so the Al Capone thing is true. Just a few years later, hold on, let me start this up. Just a few years later, Al Capone went to prison for $215,080 in unpaid taxes. All right. Here's the next question. Ready? More Frisbees are sold each year than baseballs, basketballs, and footballs combined. More Frisbees are sold each year than baseballs, basketballs, and footballs combined. Yes, sometimes we have to shift things around. So we have true. We have true. Farah. I missed Farah. Bella, Donna. Wait, what? So are you going to put the wide strips between the blocks? Yes, Michelle, I am. I'm absolutely going to do that. False. We have a true and we have a false. Yes, so the other one was just the wide strips. That last quilt I made on here, this is, and all I'm giving you is ideas. Again, the fun thing is you get to be your own designer and you guys get to figure out how you want it, how your quilt you want. So I had decided I wanted to use up some of those square batting squares I had, and this cute little remnant, because I loved the remnant, and I'm like, oh, but I can't make it into a stripe, and I don't have enough to make into all squares, so we're going to do a combination of both squares and strips. Of course, the squares are going to take longer than the strips. No doubt about it. And then I'm going to pull these out. I could have sworn I had 4 at one point, and now I'm down to 3. Well, maybe I stuck it there. I think I stuck it there. Okay, so we have 2 strips, and then this is our last strip. So we are going to open this up. Again, find batting. And this batting actually is perfect. It really is. It's perfect. So we're just going to stick the top on. And then sandwich again carefully all the way through. Cool that that really speeds up the use of leftovers. I need to get rid of totes full of flannel that for donation. I'm telling you, this goes quick. Did you see the other quilt that I made on one of my lives? Was it last week? Because that goes really quick. And there's going to be another tutorial, just couldn't do it today, on the lasagna quilt that also uses batting scraps and flannel strips. But those are all flannel strips for the lasagna. Because who doesn't like a piece of lasagna, really, right? I'm moving this over. All right, put that back in. There we are. So before I had a walking foot with my I had an Elna Diva, whatever. I used a rubber rolling foot to make flannel quilts with, and it worked out pretty good, not too bad. Yes, I do most everything on YouTube on my channel. And if you're not subscribed, go over, subscribe, and look at all those past videos. I have lots where I create things on the fly. By the seat of my PJs, I call it. But then I also have formal ones. This weekend, I uploaded a panel quilt from the Fabric Cafe panel book that they just launched. So you're actually watching me on that upload actually make the one that's actually in the book. So the upload was the actual quilt that ended up in the book. And that was a fun thing. All right, so we have now our 3. I'm setting these aside. So I have my 3. I have my blocks here. And I figured we're going to need 6. So that gives me, I have now 5. Right? I have 5. I'll have 5 lines going across. I want 6. So we have these. We'll put these aside. Now we're going to just work on having a little bit of fun. Ready? We're going to put that. Oh, here's more. So we have these blocks and the strips. Okay, so we have these pieces here. And let's see what we've got going on here. Let's pull these out. Let's see. So we have, I'm going to see if I could use these. That's not big enough. That's a 2.5. That's not 2.5. I do my scrap piecing based on a piece I may have. Well, that fits there. Okay, actually those do fit there. Okay. So that could go for there. Let's see, I have this, and this is a strip that's bigger than 2.5. So I could do and use this for these, and this one here. Okay, so these 2, I can use that, and this, I can use that. So these are the same sizes, so we can use these for that. And then I just have some strips. See here? These are all leftovers. Now, we'll do that. Hold on to this. Let's do a couple of these crazy quilt blocks. Why not? We have them in front of us. Let's have a little fun here. I just got a new, it's like getting a new toy, right? When you're a kid, you get a new toy. What's the first thing you want to do? You want to play with it. So here we go. We're going to play with the new toy. So I need to make 6 pieced blocks for one of the rows. All right. So this is because I cut batting on here. This is some kind of rubber thing that was gifted to me, and it works great. There we are. All right, so we have a stack of this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 of those. And let's see. That gives me 4 blocks. right? Here's, let me look at this. Yeah, that gives me 4 blocks. So I need 6. So we'll come over here and we'll take 2 because I only need 6. Okay, so I have my 6 pieces. We'll put that aside with this. So we have 6 pieces of this. Now I need 6 pieces of that. That's not going to fit. Where did we say? So I need 6 of these. Hopefully I have them. This is like an odd size. All right, I think I've got it now to maximize. So we're going to come in here and I'm going to cut this way. I need to give it up. This, here's this one. That one cuts more like butter. So we have 2. And then I think I could get another one out of here. Let's see. I can get another one out of here. Here we are. So I have 4. And I need 2 more. Okay. I need 2 more of these. We are going to use, you know what? We're going to use this. Is this big enough? This is big enough. So let me grab 2 from here. Again, this is scraps. And that goes to the very end. Okay, so we have the 6. So we have 2, 4, 6. We have these here. I'm going to put this one aside. We're going to go to this set of fabric. And we are going to cut some of these. This says that it's a C block. So I'm going to go ahead. This looks like it'll be easy to cut. So who here gets a new quilting toy and the first thing they have to do is play with it? Am I in good company or am I the only crazy nut who has to play with her new toys? So I have 3 in here and I just need 3 more. And we're going to come right in here, line this all back up. Uh-oh, did I not catch that? Oh, look, I didn't catch that. I was naughty. I have to recut that. I caught it on this piece, but I didn't catch it on the other piece. So I have to recut that. I'll show you how we're going to do that. You know how we're going to fix that? We're going to take this because it's short. Oh, no, it's not. Why did I think it was short? It's not short. We're okay. Okay, we're good. So we have this. And now we need, and this one is done. So we need 6 pieces of this. Oh, it says cutting line for option E. We're not going to do option E. You can add another piece within this. Oh, that might be interesting though, because I have this yellow and it does not fit in there. Nope. Does it fit for here? Yes, it does. Oh, I'm getting ideas. Never good. When one gets ideas, it's never good. Let's I have to go back through the okay, so we're gonna do some of these with some options, some other options. They're not gonna be all the same. Oh, I like this. Oh boy. Don't give me options. I'm all about the options. Here we are. Okay. Okay, so 2 of these are going to have this option because why not? Why not? Let's just play. Now that means because I had that option, I have to find like little tips. And here we have, I just need two little tips. So we'll do this. And yes, there's probably going to be some repeating of fabric in here. Okay, so we have that. So this goes with this. So that means I need 4 more blocks of full of this. So we are going to use this here. This little piggy went to the market. We need, oh, that's not big enough. Oh, maybe this one is. This is a little bit bigger, I think. Let's see. No, come on. Well, maybe we are going to do all 6. Okay, I guess we're going to do all 6 with the other option because I do not have a fabric piece big enough. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just do all 4 like that. So I'm coming in here. It just shows you on these templates the line to follow. So here we are. Okay. So I have to cut 2 more of these. And you know what? This other side is going to be big enough, I think. Yes, let's see. Is it going to be, oh, no, it's not. It's not. We'll come over here. We'll come up here. Here we are. So if you have these templates sitting at home, not doing much, you know what we got to do, right? The only thing is I can't figure out where to cut because it says there that's the cutting line. So you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this all the way like this. And then from here, figure it out. We're going to estimate it with, you know what? We're going to estimate it with using this. So now we have, I think, the 6 we need, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need a couple of tips. So that's not good, but we have some of these. So we're going to grab some of these. And we're going to go for it. So that's, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need 1 more, and then we're going to be cooking with gas here in a second. And this, I just know I have to go where the peaks are. see. Perfect. Okay, we've got all our pieces. So we're going to take our crazy template that I just got because I just can't help myself. And we're going to put all these. Now the bigger pieces, I would save these bigger pieces. You know, you never know. But, oh, here's another big piece. Here. This, though, that'll be for kiddos to play with at school. All right, clean up all that. You have to excuse me for a second. Allergies are killing me. All right, so we've got that. So now I have my crazy, what is it called? Crazy something. 6-inch crazy block. So I have these pieces here that need to be sewn to this piece here. And then I have this, these are my other pieces I have right here. And that's just scraps. So look, I still have scraps to use. Put that there. And that. And we have this. So these are all my pieces right here. I'm going to put them aside. This does not look like a piece. I think this is scrap. Let me look. Yes, this is scrap. All right, let me come in here. There's a lot of peeps who came in here. I've got to go. May you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you a little bit, Anna. See? Okay, here we go. Oh, that's cool. It's almost cool enough to start working with flannel. It sure is. Hi, Mama J. Andrea, your quilt of valor friendship block came out beautiful. Raven, have a great day. I'm off to sew 2.5-inch squares for the day. Quilting frog. Yes, we do, right? We do love our new toys. Yes, I play with my new toys too. I love new toys and patterns. I see the light bulb, Leanna. Good, Anna. You can play with these. When you come here, you can go play with these. Good morning, Joyce and Giovanna. And here we go. So we're going to sew these up. We're going to sew these here. And I'm just looking to make sure that I'm doing this right. Oh, wait. I don't have my piecing foot on. Okay, so we got to change this. Getting all excited. We'll put that, it's a differential feed dog. I don't know what they call that. It's the baby lock one. So let's put our piecing foot on, our 1/4 inch, and let's go for it. Here we go. So I'm going to put the top and bottoms. I'm going to try to put different, oh, well, yeah, obviously they're all different. Never mind. Now, I've never worked with these Creative Grid crazy rulers, so this is a first for me. I feel like that should have been bigger, but here we are. Maybe it'll all work out. So we're going to throw some of these crazy blocks into this scrappy quilt. All right, so I had those. I'm going to put those aside. I'm going to turn on my iron. Because I'm going to need that on. And then let's see, what blocks are we putting together? So we are putting together this C block right here with the D block. So that's C and D get put together. But the only thing is, I kind of want to see where this A is, because this is going to have, I don't want anything matching. Let's see if we have anything that would match. We would have, this would match, this one would match, and this. And this wouldn't. Okay. So now we have these. See, to me, that's not right. Let me see. That's not right. I thought it didn't make sense. Cutting for line A. That does not make sense. It's a little off. I'm just saying, but that's okay. We'll work with it. I may not have been doing something right, but I'm looking at it and it says the cutting line. Well, we're going to wing ding it at this point because it's done. But to me, it did look like it wasn't the right thing. It says there, cutting line for option E. So not sure what they're talking about because when you put this back up here, it is shy. We'll make it work. If not, we'll cut new triangles. Remember, I have to trim this whole block. I have to trim it to 7 so it follows along with everything else that I'm doing. All right, so this would go this way. Okay, so we're gonna go. Maybe this is a very abstract block. For those of you who have done this, the cutting, I mean, I'm reading it. It says cutting line for option E, so maybe it'll make sense once I put it together. See, because these fit perfect. These fit like they should fit. You know what? I'm going to move it. I want to move this one on here. And these two come on here. Let's see what you all say about that. I gotta, okay, nobody has anything to say about that. Okay, well, we're gonna wing ding it because I don't know either. And now, so now it's saying that this block here goes with this block here, but I know they're not going to match. So we are just going to do the best we can. It's going to be way off. Hopefully we can cut this down and at least get a 7-inch block. I'm matching this end and following the smaller line. Here we are. Uh-oh. I may have cut something backwards. I may have to cut another piece. It's fine if we do. So see how this one is backwards? It really needs, yeah. So this one I have to recut because I have to cut in a single layer. I'll put this one here. I make mistakes, and that's okay because I think we all make mistakes in quilting. Nobody here is perfect. That's what this channel is about. We just do our thing. And here we are. I'm going to cut one more of these, but it has to be one layer. Let's see. It could be this. This is what I cut from last time. Single layer cutting. So there, we've learned that. Single layer cutting. Ta-da! Got it. And this, what, it goes like that. And these little, there's little notches. So we're just lining up the notch the best we can. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and now put these crazy pieces together. And we should have, hopefully, a block that should, according to this, said measure 7.5, but I need it. That's what it said, 7.5, but it says 6-inch block, so it should measure 6.5. We'll just put a border around it. We're just gonna make this stuff up. I was itching to play with my new set. All right, so we have this. See, that actually was perfect. It was when I went ahead and went off off script and tried to cut for line option E that they said there. There's got to be something that I did wrong. So those are ready. And here, I'm going to take this and do the one. So we have this, and we have this, and now it should go like this, but let's measure because we might be making these blocks just to make them. Nope. So yeah, it's a 6.5, not 7.5, but it's okay. We'll do something to get them going. So I'm gonna come in here. Stuff is a little off, so it'll be okay. I keep telling myself that. It'll be okay, Leanna. Really, what I could do is I could just make, because like I've told you time and time again, that every row doesn't have to be the same size. Maybe this will be a row that's 6 inches instead of 7 inches. And it'll be the center row, so it looks intentional. There we are. We have everything in there. That's better be a typo and autocorrect mistakes, or 3 is a troll. It better be, what? What is that? I don't know what that is. Morning, Helen. How are you? 3. Why are you always stealing? Okay. I don't know. Hello, Norma. Nobody's chatty today. No, I think it's a morning thing. I will say I had a question and I never answered it because I got all wrapped up into this. So the question was, more Frisbees are sold each year. Wait, more Frisbees are sold each year than baseballs, basketballs, and footballs combined. True or false? And then I'm going to reveal the answer. I know I'm not chatty this morning because I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired, but I did have to work on this. So now you see these two are going to have touchy. They're going to be touchy-feely. It's okay. It's okay. I knew it was going to happen. Somewhere I knew it was going to happen in this. And I'm trying to compensate for that. I have to figure that out. So we have true, false. So the answer is true. In total, more than 300 million Frisbees have been sold worldwide. Yeah. So there you go. That's that. The newspaper, let's see, the Newspaper Association of America named Kmart its Retailer of the Year a day before the company filed for bankruptcy protection. True or false? You know what? I like this way. Let's go with it this way. It's telling me to press this way. I'm going to press this one. Repress this one. The Newspaper Association of America named Kmart the Retailer of the Year a day before the company filed for bankruptcy protection. It's cute. Look at that. It's cute. Just needs to be needs to be trimmed up. Here is this. We'll take this. And let's see what this is going to trim up to is, this is going to trim up to, well, probably should have been trimmed up to a 6.5, but because we had that little bit of a debacle, it's going to trim up to a 6. And then that row is just going to be a 6-inch row. That's all. That's how we fix it. We're the designers of our quilts. Nobody else. Donation quilts are the best quilts to become a designer. And here we go. We got a super crazy one. Exactly. So we have a lot of true. They were going downhill for the last 10 years. They were. All right, so the answer is true. Kmart filed for Chapter 11 on January 22, 2002, and was bought by Sears in 2004. But Sears isn't nothing, is it? I don't think so. I think Sears went belly up as well, didn't they? I feel like they have. I think JCPenney's is still around, but I don't know about Sears. I don't know. We don't have a mall anymore, so I feel like everything... Okay, so we have these. Now we need backs for these. So I did this part, but hold on, but I don't have, I didn't cut any backs yet. So this is going to need 6-inch something to back it up, like back the back. And I'm good. They're going to be 6 inches. And then I'm going to find a piece of batting, which I have, that is around 4.5 inches. I have 4.5-inch strips of batting. So that's not a problem. We have that, and that's already cut. JCPenney and Sears went bye-bye many years ago. But I thought JCPenney was still around. Like catalog style. It is, right? It is. JCPenney's still out, but catalog, I think. I don't think there's a...
There's one in Puerto Rico.
There's a JCPenney in Puerto Rico?
Big one.
Oh, there's a big JCPenney's in Puerto Rico, according to my mom. A big one. But there's no more Sears. I know they closed the Kmart in Puerto Rico a long time ago.
No more Sears.
No more Sears, but there's one giant JCPenney. I got to look that up. Hi, Melanie. Only reason I knew about the JCPenney is because someone was buying sheets from JCPenney to back their quilts with. And they said the cheapest place to buy it was to go to JCPenney online. We have another one here. Hello, Yvette. JCPenney is still around. There are JCPenney stores. I buy dresses there. Oh, hi, Mama Leanna Doris. Yes, my mom's in the other room listening to us. We lost our store. I mean, we don't have a mall anymore. Our mall is now the medical mall. So, yeah, so we don't have a mall here. I have to do something with this. I need this, but this is not, of course, in the right spot. I'm going to have to fix that one. Because all of them are 6 except for that. That one is like a 5. And it's because of the way I sewed it. If I unpick it, I can get the size I need. There's no fudging that one. Okay, so we did that. So this has to be unpicked. There's no way around it. Okay, a tobacco manufacturer. Got to get it started here. I'll tell you, flannel's kind of hard to unpick. All right, here we go. I've got it started. Now let's see. Where is my handy dandy? Let's see if this is going to work today. There it is. A tobacco manufacturer once launched a brand new brand of cigarettes with the slogan "Reduce carcinogens, but premium taste." A tobacco manufacturer once launched a brand new brand of cigarettes with the slogan "Reduce carcinogens and with premium taste." My battery is going on my doohickey here. Oh, I know why, because I got my quilting thread in here. It's all right. I bounce it up and down. This is an eyebrow trimmer. I never eyebrow trimmer my eyebrows, but I definitely use it for this. And it's normally faster than this. I don't know. It's on its last leg. Let's see. False. I was going to say that wouldn't care. I don't smoke. Yeah, wouldn't know the answer to this either. It needs a new battery. Okay, so the answer is true. The company was Vector Tobacco. Vector Tobacco. I couldn't tell you what year or anything like that. It was called Vector Tobacco. Here, after 5, oh, here we go. Here's a good one. So now this, I have to sew this. Hopefully I sew this correctly this time. Let's see. I'm going to check it out. And yes, if I sew this like this, it should be correct. I'm going to pin it also. Okay, after filing, are we ready? It is disgusting. After filing for Chapter 11, Polaroid Brass distributed millions of dollars in stay bonuses to its top executives. After filing, oh, that's sneaky. After filing Chapter 11, Polaroid Brass distributed millions of dollars in stay bonuses to its top executives. True or false? Someone has true here. Oh, much better. Yeah, this is now in the lines of what it should have been. And that's funny. I'm going to show you something. So here is the koala bear. And then here is a piece of elephant. But when you look at it, it looks like a full koala bear is sitting on top of a tree. Or is that just me? True. Joanne's kind of did the same thing. Joanne's board and some high-paid advertisers. Sounds like a shady thing to do, but so true. It does. That sounds illegal to me. So the answer is true. They did do that. And it says stockholders and current retired employees were left with nothing. That is really despicable. Sorry, I know I shouldn't talk about stuff like that, that you guys all have your own thoughts and you can have your own thoughts. But I feel terrible for those retired employees. Just think about it. We all work so hard for our retirement package, and then at the end, multimillionaires get it. Oh my goodness, that's heartbreaking. That's a heartbreaking thing to find out first thing in the morning. Let's go to something else. So that was true. Okay, here we go. The Chase Manhattan Bank once accepted a check written on the side of a cow. True or false? So now we need 6. So we're going to put these. I may need another one of these. Or I may have to, you know what? I have to think about it. Maybe I'm not going to go 6-inch because everything is 7-inch increments. So what I may do is I may put a little border around these. I might border these up with a, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Or maybe keep them for another project. But they're super cute. I wanted to play with this. So I got to play with it. But they are shy of what I need. I really need 7-inch squares. So, on that, no, we'll see what I may be creative again and figure it out. So right now we're going to put together these. It's called cover your policy. Gotcha. It's so ridiculous that it can only be true. Strange enough to be true. Joyce, great minds. Yes. So we think that maybe, what happened to my, what? That's, what do you need? What do you need that for?
I'm making a list of it, but we need to find.
Oh, here, let me give you a piece of paper because that's my boards that I put my fabric on. Here we go. I can't pick that up now, but here you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So, the Manhattan Chase, the Chase Manhattan Bank once accepted a check written on the side of the cow. Did the sign ask you to eat more chicken? That's cute. That's the Chick-fil-A thing. Okay. So they said they wanted to see you.
Oh.
Right, we've got to move all this over here. I don't need that on anymore. There, she's coming in right now.
Hey. Hello.
So the answer is false. It's a myth. The tale has been traced to the fictitious writing of A.P. Herbert. Yep. Okay. The Ford Motor Company didn't go public until 1956. The Ford Motor Company didn't go public until 1956. All right, so what we're going to do with these is you just put it to something that's pleasing to the eye. So I'm going to say here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll go with, I don't know, 6. Look at this, isn't that cute? Oh, the little elephants. I like the little elefantes. Okay, so we have 6, and then I need another one that's 6. So we will come across, throw some of these in. And we'll put that one there. This one here, and, well, no, we'll put this one here, and then this one here. Actually, I'm going to swap this for here and there. No, I don't like that. So we're gonna come back and do that like this. There we go. So this is one row. And again, these are 7-inch squares. So I have one row, and then this is the other row. So now we're going to put them together, and I'm going to center my needle, put that up, and I'm going to say that I want this a 1/2 inch. I'm going to move, oops, I'm going to move, oh, but before I move that, because I have to, I'm going to change this out. There's very little on there. I'm not going to play chicken bobbin. We're just going to put a new one in. There we are. So here is my 1/2 inch, you know, estimation here. I'm going to take my big painter's tape again. This is real technical, right? There we go. I have it. It's 1/2 inch-ish. Okay. So we have true, false. We have them all. Unlike most automakers, at least Ford never asked for a bailout for the government. I am a Ford girl for life. All right, so the answer is true. The Ford family continues to maintain a 40% controlling interest in the company through preferred stocks. All right, although Elvis spelled his middle name Aron, the king's gravestone contains the more common spelling and reads Elvis Aaron Presley. Let me do that again. Aaron. We're trying to spell Aaron. Although Elvis spelled his middle name Aron, the king's gravestone contains the more common spelling and reads Elvis Aaron Aaron Presley. True or false? So now we're going to take our beautiful squares and we are going to put them together. And we need to change this because we need our other foot, which is over here. And here we go. Now I am going to back tack putting these together because I'm not quite sure if it's going to be the middle, the end, where it's going to be. So back tack a little. And soon enough, we're going to have our own thing going on here. Let's see. I have to go getting ready to go on retreat. Oh, how fun with my quilting sisters. And we'll not have computer access, so we'll see you on Saturday. Not a problem, but where are you going, Norma? Maybe I've caught you before you did that. Hi, Barbara. Look, Barbara. Yes, thank you. I opened them and I had to play. I had to immediately play with the new toy you gave me because I had to. I couldn't help myself. Let's see, what does this say? True, because it was a tribute to his twin brother who was stillborn. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I don't know much about Elvis. I am not an Elvis buff. All right, so the answer is true. The error has led many fans to believe the king is still alive. Oh boy. So now I'm going to grab these. Let's see. We have 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to leave this one for later. Ready? Rock band. Are we ready? Hi, Isabel. I used to watch his films as a kid with my mom on TV. Rock band Van Halen demands a bowl of M&Ms with all of the brown candies removed as part of every concert contract. Got that? True or false on that? Let me know if you need me to read that again. And then we have these 3. We're getting our rows together. We're getting our ducks in a row. False. I think it's Mariah Carey and something to do with Skittles. Okay. What color doesn't she like in the Skittles? I'm going to Garden Valley, Idaho. It's in the mountains. Ooh, that sounds interesting. All right, we have this, and now we're going to grab our last one, which comes here. So we have 1 row together so far.
Would you like tea?
I have tea, thank you. I have tea from this morning. You saw your tea I made you, right? And we have that, and our last one that's going to come here. So let's see. I don't think I know, but it sounds strange to do. So it is true. It is true. And here it says, Van Halen claims. That's ridiculous. Imagine the person who has to take out all those brown M&Ms. So this is a true statement. Rock band Van Halen demand a bowl of M&Ms with all the brown candies removed as part of every concert contract. He's just got a power trip at that point. Van Halen claims that they include the M&M clause to determine whether the technical specifications of their contract have been met. Really? Really? You're going to make someone take out all those brown? Enough said. I don't even know what to say about that. No comment. Poor poor person who's got to sit there and do that. Okay. Who wants someone's hands? Well, exactly, Muriel. Exactly. No, I don't want nobody playing with my M&Ms. Keep my M&Ms in the package and please don't touch them. All right. Some celebrities are so strange. Imagine all the germs. Ugh. So here we are. We have these. Look at how pretty. And this is the part that we're going to rag. So now we're going to take our pieces here, okay? And what I'm going to do, because I can't fit, can I fit another one? I don't think I can fit another one on here. Let me see. I think I'm just going to have to, yeah, I'm just going to have to trim. All right, so we're going to take this. And because they're the same on both sides, it really doesn't matter where I start and finish. So these are the same. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to take this and I am going to go again with a half. I'm going to come in and I am going to back tack. Oops, what? You don't like me to back tack you, huh? There we go. And when I come into here, just like I did the other day, I'm going to open this. You don't have to. And this is the only side I have to open because the other side is a straight piece. So now I'm going to come here and back tack quite a bit. And then do the same as I go down. Pull any strands I have. Open up. And I will trim that end after. And there we are. We have our first one here. Not to, yeah, exactly. That's why, Muriel, I just kept myself quiet. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Oh my gosh. Here we are. So we have now two. So this row is just going to be like this, and this row is going to be all nice and fuzzy. So I'm going to make two rows like this. Yes, I have to cut those ends off. We will do that later. So I'm going to grab another one of these and grab our other one that we did here. Again, eyeball, because I'm going to cut this off anyway. Remember, we're cutting this off anyway. Yeah. And then we're going to open this. So with that said, let's go read another one. Ready? Emily Dickinson, one of America's most famous poets, only published 7 poems during her lifetime. True or false? Oh, did I not? I didn't go back and forth on that. I have to go back and reinforce that. I got so into this. I didn't reinforce the one. And the good news is you can go back and reinforce it. let's see. Morning, Lisa. I've been lurking for a while. I'm going back to lurking. Have a wonderful day. You too. I forgot the yellow ones make you smile like sunshine. Now, remember I said I didn't reinforce the first one, so we're going to come back here, and I didn't. I'm going to come here a little bit, start, reinforce, come in, reinforce, and then end and reinforce. That's it. It's all good. Nobody's going to know because it's all going to be ruffle and fringed right there. So here we do. We have another one of these. See that? And another one of those. So, oh, you know what did I do here? What did I do? Well, that's all right because it needs another one anyway. So this is going to be on the top, and this one's going to be here like that. So what we're going to do is, because we are building what we're going to build, we are going to have this layer come. I think we're going to use this. I'm going to have it in between here, which is going to be 6 inches. So let's take this down. I'm probably not going to be able to finish this up on this live this morning, but here we go. Hi, A is incognito. So this is the ginger quilter box finish, and then at the very beginning I showed you how I actually finished mine off. So that's something I have to finish off today and get that going. So we're going to have this, right? This is going to be the, I just realized I did something reverse here, but that's okay because I'm not undoing it. So in this case, this is actually the back of the quilt, and that's okay because when they do tummy time, they'll put this in the back, and the fringy part will be in the front, but it's going to have all the colors. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So we're going to put these in here. Like that. I think we're going to put these in here. I may put, because I need it to have some more length. So what I probably do, let's see, put that there, that there. And I'm going to turn these all around, every which way. So I'm going to probably go ahead and stick something like these, because I have a pile of these in between to give it a little bit more length. So I have the length of this, okay? And then this will be a 6-inch strip. So I know exactly what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to, let's see, we can try to sew it up. Because it's going to be interesting because this part is not going to be ragged. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these. Let's see. I'm going to take all these, and I like the way it was placed. Okay, and I'm going to piece it. I'm going to piece it. Go ahead. I'm definitely probably not going to get this done today. I'm going to piece this into one long strip. So I'm going to piece this to one long strip, add this at the ends to bring it out. I'm going to take just one long 6-inch piece, okay? Are you following me? One long 6-inch piece. And then I'm going to take this and put that as the sandwich. So this is not going to, this part, like the other one, is not going to necessarily be fringed because I don't think I can get it to do it. But I don't know. I've got to play with it for a little bit to see if I could do it. Maybe these can go in between and then I can get them fringed. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to play with these and figure it out. And with that said, with the Emily Dickinson, one of the America's most famous poets, only published 7 poems during her lifetime, is true. Although she wrote 1,789 poems, only a handful were published while she was alive, and most of these were published anonymously or without her knowledge. And with that said, everyone have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, pass it forward, and I will see you soon. Bye. Oh, if you don't mind on the way out, clicking the like button, that helps.